Assalamu alaikum students, how are you? Today we have to learn what happens when a candle burns. Beta, candles are made from a hydrocarbon called paraffin wax. And you can see that inside the candle there is a wick, and when we light the candle, the wax near the wick will melt. This wick will absorb this melted wax, and near the candle, near the flame of the wick, this melted wax will vaporizes, and this wax vapors react with oxygen of the air to form carbon dioxide, water, carbon soot, and energy in the form of heat and light. Beta, this is a chemical change that is going on when the candle burns. Along with this chemical change, physical change is also happening. The physical change is that when the wax melt on heating, and on cooling it again solidifies into wax. These are the physical and chemical changes that are going on when the wax is lighted. When the candle is lighted. Now in this diagram you can see that this is a lighted candle, and it is standing inside a beaker containing water, and a test tube, we put a test tube over this burning candle, and when this test tube is put properly on this burning candle, this test tube cut off the supply of oxygen or air, as a result of which this candle goes out. As soon as this candle goes out, water rises inside the test tube. Why water rises inside the test tube? Because burning candle consumes the oxygen from the air to burn, and when this oxygen is consumed, this candle goes out, and due to the decrease in the pressure inside the test tube, the water rises inside the test tube. Now beta, this experiment suggests that candle needs one of the gases in the air to burn, and when this gas is used up, this candle goes out. Today we know that a candle uses up oxygen from the air to form water and carbon dioxide. This is the word equation, that candle wax that consists of hydrocarbon, it reacts with oxygen to form water and carbon dioxide. Along with this, energy in the form of heat and light is also evolved. This experiment shows that about 1/5 of the air is used up when something burns. Beta, this is because 1/5 of the air is oxygen. You know that air is a mixture of different gases like nitrogen, that is present in the air 79%, oxygen 25%, carbon dioxide 0.04%, other inert gases, water vapors, dust particles, all these things are present in air, and during burning the things use oxygen of the air. Our next topic is burning safely. Beta, in order to burn, fire needs fuel. Without fuel there is no burning, and fuel need oxygen to react with it, and in order to going on fire, heat is also needed because heat keep the chemical reaction going, and in order to put out the fire we have to remove one of these things. And the best method to put out the fire is, first we should know that what is burning and where it is burning. Okay, first of all we can put out the fire by removing the heat, that is by cooling the fire, but this method is not useful for electrical fires. We can also put out the fire by removing the fuel, that is by cutting off the supply of gas. And the third method by which we can put out the fire is to remove the supply of oxygen, and this we can do by using a fire blanket or fire extinguishers in which the carbon dioxide gas is produced. Okay student, our next topic is some early experiments on air. Students, early scientists thought that air was an element, meaning it is a single substance which could not be broken down in anything simple. But today we know that air is not an element, it is a mixture of different gases, and you know very well that it is a mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, inert gases, water vapors and dust particles, so on. In 1774, an English scientist, Joseph Priestley, discovered oxygen. But he did not know that he had discovered oxygen at that time. He only thought that he had found a new kind of air in which the things burn much more brightly. Priestley discussed his work with another scientist, French scientist, Lavoisier, and Lavoisier did many experiments. One of his experiments was shown in the diagram. In this diagram, you can see that this is a retort flask, this is a trough of water, and this is a bell jar. He took mercury in the retort flask and set it in this way. Then he heated the mercury. The mercury reacted with the air in the bell jar, and at that time when mercury heated to form mercury oxide, the air in the bell jar is reduced because 1/5 of the air in the bell jar was used up in reaction with the mercury to form mercury oxide. Now Lavoisier explained his result by saying that air was a mixture of an active gas called oxygen and an inactive gas called nitrogen. Today we call it nitrogen, and you know that nitrogen constitutes 79% of the air and oxygen 20%. But both Priestley and Lavoisier did not receive many respect for their scientific discoveries because Priestley was forced to leave England because of his political views, and Lavoisier was executed during the French Revolution because he was an aristocrat. Next we have to do test yourself. Question number 1. In the candle experiment, the test tube had a volume of 10 cm3 and it took just 2 seconds for the candle to go out. But it means that the volume of the test tube is 10 cm3, mean the air inside it was 10 cm3, and this candle burns for 2 seconds by consuming this air. Clear? Suggest how this time might change if the test tube of 20 cm3, B of 50 cm3 were used. You can easily find it, the time taken by the candle to burn in a test tube of 20 cm3, because the candle would take 4 seconds to go out in a test tube that had a volume of 20 cm3, and B, the candle would take 10 seconds to go out. Question number 2. What happens to the carbon dioxide produced in the experiment? With carbon dioxide that is produced in the candle experiment stays in the test tube and dissolves in the water. Question number 3. How did Priestley know that he had discovered oxygen? You can mark the answer from this line in 1974 to this line. Clear? Question number 4. Give one way in which the candle experiment and Lavoisier experiments are A. same, B. different. Both the experiments are same because in both the experiments 1/5 of the air was used, because 1/5 of the air was oxygen. The difference is that the candle experiment was carried out in an open container while the Lavoisier experiment was carried out in a closed container. Question number 5. Write down 3 things needed to keep a fire burning. Beta, you can mark its answer from this line up to this. This diagram will also include in the answer. Question number 6. Explain why water can be used to put out a bonfire. Beta, we can use water to put out a bonfire by removing the heat. Water will remove the heat from the bonfire. In this way it will be put out. Thank you.